Hey, yo, 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 what up, y'all? What up? Excuse me. Yeah, this live stream probably wasn't on everybody's radar, but it was still on everybody's radar. So let me see if let me see if anybody's been in the chat. Excuse me, y'all. My bad. I knew I forgot to do something before this live stream started. I forgot to give me something to drink. No biggie. But no, don't worry, y'all. Uh, I ain't like a drinker like that, so don't worry, nothing like that. But I like to chill with y'all, so sometimes I gotta get some water because I get a little thirsty when I be having to start out with these live streams. Actually, give me a second and I'll do that. I'll go get something to drink. Yes, I'll go get something to drink. Let me get my water for y'all. Give me a second. All right, I'm back. I'm back. So I had to get something to drink for y'all. Trying to make this pleasant for everybody for this live stream. First and foremost, I hope everybody's doing okay. Hope everybody's had a good day. I hope that everybody's all right. And I hope that you got your popcorn, nachos, hot dogs, and soda. So, excuse me. Let me take a quick sip before we go in. Excuse me. So, yeah, I don't know what type of movie this gonna be, but hopefully this one is another doozy. So I'll let y'all see my little avatar here from time to time. Uh, I kind of got a good backdrop for y'all, which some of y'all have seen already with the artwork that I got, and I want y'all to be looking at this artwork and thinking about it, to the best of your ability as I start to talk to y'all. But yeah, Valentine's passed. I'm not a Valentine person, but I do understand love and how most people don't appreciate love. They take for granted love. But as the ladies can see, I'm dressed up like a gentleman. Yeah, I figured, you got all these guys out here, talking about high value men and wearing ties and suits and, looking a certain way, looking distinguished. Well, I look this way every day for my job, not just because of being a high value man per se, but yes, I dress like a gentleman for a living. So there you go. But hopefully y'all in for a good one. This live stream was pretty much, it came about due to someone requesting me to do this live stream. This live stream was overdue, but it was worth the wait. It shall be worth the wait because I just needed time to put this live stream together. Yeah, you too, Mike. Just drinking water. That's what's up. Yeah, I got it all rosy red for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Had to make it rosy red. So when I talk to y'all, you get a lot of ideas in regards to like where I'm going with this love topic. As you can even see, I even changed my name for tonight. Just call me Love. Mr. Love. Not that that's my last name or nothing like that, but I just figured it ties right in with the artwork. It ties right in with the artwork being able to fit in the screen so that when people check this out on the replay, you can see that everything kind of goes together. Everything goes together the way it's supposed to go. So yeah, let me go in and let me get there with y'all. Can y'all still hear me? Can everybody still hear me? Put a 1 in the chat for those coming in. Hopefully you still hear me. So yeah, just want to make sure that I sound good for y'all. Even though I got this artwork up, but I'm getting used to this new feature. I just updated my StreamYard account, so trying to do some new things for y'all. So I want y'all to think about something when y'all see this particular artwork up in regards to the topic of love never dies. I know that in the thumbnail before you come to this channel, you see like both hands coming together to make a heart, because your hand actually can make a heart. Now your hands together also can make an arrow pointed upwards, and also your hands together can make a heart at the bottom of that arrow that's pointed upwards. So it's all about love and pointing straight up, straight up. So that's what it's all about in regards to love never dies. It looks like Hector gave me a 1. Thank you so much, Hector. I appreciate that. And it's good to see you up in the building. All right, so here we go. My thing is, for the feminine gender, for the female that wants to be the woman in my life, and even when she becomes a woman in my life, I'm like, sweetie, don't ever be lovesick for me. Love doesn't make you sick. I don't want her to be lovesick for me. I just want her to have love for me. I don't want her to be love sick. Now, getting sick on a job. Here's what I mean by this. Because, you know, you get sick on a job, you know, but love is not about getting sick. So, you know, the fact that love is an action and not a verb, it could feel like a job to some people. And you get love sick about it, right? But that's because you made love a job. Love is a passion. You know, you do things out of love. You do things passionately, based on the passion. And even in what I do for a living, I don't like to say it's a job. I like to say it's a passion because I love what I do. So don't get sick. I don't want you to get love sick for me. I don't want you to get sick and tired of getting sick and tired of doing things for me, with me, around me. I want everything that we got going on to be all that and then some. So, because we do see this, we see people kind of misappropriate and misunderstand what real love is. But as you can see with the name of this live stream, love never dies. So that's one thing. Love never dies. It's not about getting sick. So love is healing. Okay. Love heals you from the sick. So that's another thing to keep in mind in regards to love. Love has a lot of healing to it. So everything that you're seeing with tonight, with how I'm trying to make this presentation for y'all, we're going to make this a healing live stream. Sometimes I see my channel itself as a CPR channel, as a healing channel. Everything that I speak, all my content represents healing. Even if it has to tackle some things head on, I do it from a healing perspective. But overall, I know at my channel, I do what I call the inverted perspective. To me, it's a healing way of looking at things. I don't have to look at things in regards to the way everybody else looks at the word in the world, if you will. Because some people, look at the word in regards to the Bible or just things that they look up, you know, certain information. You look at the word for the way the world perceives it. You know, you don't want to do that. No, have an inverted perspective. Inverted means upside down. So love to me is very inverted in many ways, because as you can see now, people don't even believe in love no more. People think that love is overrated. Hey, I see you, Lala. Good to see you once again. Ooh, la, la, la. Good to see you once again. Now, I think about this too, in regards to the feminine gender. We're supposed to be family, you know, and this is for, you know, man and woman alike, if you will. We're supposed to be family. Like when you get around her, or ladies, when you get around him, y'all got to be like family. You know, forget all this lovey-dovey type of being a couple. You know, it's y'all just got to actually know how to be family around each other, because y'all knowing each other, and you're going to know each other more than your family will ever know you, like they knew you in your childhood. This person is knowing you right now in your adulthood, you know, so it's a different type of a knowing, if you will. And it's either y'all knowing each other or it's just a knowing. Which one? You see? So I'm gonna type up I think there's a word I want to look up. I might do a screen share, but maybe not today. Too much that goes into it. I got to have a live stream to where I can do a screen share and I'm not necessarily doing it on the fly. So, um, yeah, I'll type in actually a word for y'all because I want y'all to be thinking about this going forward, you know. So let me see. Let me see. I think I typed it up right. No, I didn't. So see this here. Uh, okay, cool. Now, the word that I want to look up, especially for you fellas, and that I was able to share with y'all is this. Boom. This is what it means in regards to love. Transmogrified. Some of y'all haven't really looked that up. Some of y'all will. And I'll do a video touching up on it even more, giving my perspective. But love, in regards to, the way it should work and why it never dies, is it's about her being transmogrified, if you will. And so if you look up transmogrified, it basically means to be transformed in a surprising or magical manner. Now, I really want to be stuck on the whole surprise part versus the magical part, because to me, in the way this world works and the way a lot of us see what magic is, magic in many ways is like an illusion. It leads more to witchcraft. Love is not about witchcraft. It's about the truth. Okay. So it's all about the surprising aspect of love, to be transformed. So it's about transforming a lot of things in this world, amongst each other, even all this chaos that is going on. Well, we're going to put order to it. No more chaos, the transmogrification, if you will, transmogrified. So I'll do a video talking more about it because from my perspective, it's about when she's transmogrified. But for now, in regards to love representing, a transmogrification, a lot of it is due to one needing to understand reciprocation. Okay. Because that'll help transform that situation, as I just said, and you'll be surprised by it because reciprocation really represents what? Like what you see on the screen, the heart. Your heart is a natural reciprocating mechanism. That's what a heart is. So NRM, if you will, a natural reciprocating mechanism or organic. Yep, that's it, Michael. A transformation that surprised you. Yeah, and a lot of people don't see that with love. Think about that dog, right? The dog that was out on the street, that was abandoned, that was abused. He didn't think that he would ever know love. You show it love. You shower it, literally. You give it a shower, you feed him, you keep him warm, you give him all his vitamins that he was missing, you help him get shots, all that. So now he's going through this transformation that surprised him, this transmogrification. Okay. Love has the same effect. Real love does. It transforms people. It transforms people that you didn't even think would want to know what love is, that you didn't even think were capable of love. Another way, having forgiveness. But we won't go too heavy on the forgiveness part. I just specifically want to think of the love part. Love in itself is actually forgiving, though, when you see that for what it really is. That's food for thought. Oh, hey, what's good, Wagner? You said, Shalom, you killed the stream yesterday. It was really dope. Hey, I appreciate that. I really appreciate that, fam. Yeah, I did a stream yesterday for those tuning in. I did a stream yesterday and it was titled Invading Her Cosmos. It's actually Invading Her Cosmos Part 2, but I called it Invading Her Cosmos Reloaded. It's a reloaded because it represents like a different take on a similar idea, which was initially started at Ice Turner's channel. So, there's the first installment of that we did at his channel. And the second installment is over here at my channel called The Reloaded. So yeah, I appreciate that, Wadner, once again. I didn't, a lot of the things that are spoken through me are literally through me. They're not from me. spoken through me from the creator. There you go. Uh oh yeah, that's why I was saying Brown do life. I said that earlier when I first started this live stream. This live stream kind of snuck up on some people. Yeah, so some people probably didn't even know I was live tonight, but it was already planned out. But yeah, it snuck up on most people. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, exactly, Michael. Exactly. Just like Matrix Reloaded, a different take on a similar idea. And of course, with the Matrix, they had to change actors. You know, I think one of it was due to Aaliyah passing away. So they had to change actors, but that also they had to literally change the story of that part of the Matrix. I think it was like part of the Matrix where there was a story that was unreleased. I could be wrong. Um, but yeah, getting back to the topic at hand. Um, like I did say also in that live stream, the reloaded version of invading her cosmos. Um, I don't think there should be this getting to know phase. There should not be a getting to know. I did a video before and it just says uh grow to know instead of get to know, you know, grow, you know. And it was a poetic video. It's actually one of my few videos that I've done that are poetic in the way that I present it. But that's the new saying, y'all: grow to know instead of get to know. Because most of the time when you're trying to get to know something, get to know someone, you're not getting anything out of it. Okay. The only thing you got out of it was the wrong end of the stick, because you realized the person didn't want to know you in the first place. They just wanted to get something from you upon knowing some things about you. Get it? So I don't believe in this getting to know phase. I believe that a person should grow to know you, which growing takes time. Like a tree that grows, like a lot of things that grow, it takes time. So from the beginning, a person should not have this intent and this idea that one day they are going to leave. It goes back to this idea of how love never dies. Because if that person loved you, the idea of them leaving should not be even the first thing on their mind. You know? Yep, that's true, Michael. Are your friends really your friends? See, if they're not really your friends, they really didn't have love for you. They had no love to give you. See, they have no love to reciprocate to you. See, you have to know this from day one. And I mean this from day one. You have to know if somebody truly has love for you. You have to scope this out early. See, all this getting to know, that's part of the game, right? Because you have to get to know the way the game is. See, but there's no game over here. Love ain't about games. Like I did in my live stream before, game versus love. There's no games over here. There's no getting to know love. You either have love or you don't. Now, if you don't know what love is, then excuse me, if you don't know what love is, then you got some growing to do. Okay. Now you can grow to know a person in the midst of actually growing to know what love is. But once again, that's still based on something you do as a forward direction from day one that you have a commitment to. You don't have this idea of leaving the person. See, I think that's what needs to change in these times. A lot of these things have not been communicated properly amongst each other. You know, I just think with this getting to know thing, you know, what a person gets to know something they don't like about you, so now they want to leave. So now all of a sudden they didn't really love you. See? Yep, exactly, Michael. You know, love takes time. That's why men are so direct. And it's due to the fact that love takes time. So that means I don't need you to leave right now, sweetie, because it's going to take time. It's not saying that it takes time for love to show up. No, it takes time for love to grow. But we're in this together. These seeds are planted. You like what we got going on. You like our connection. So why leave it? You know? So that's the thing. When a person has this idea that they're going to leave you, they never loved you. In this day and age, especially with the times that we're living in right now, there ain't no time for games. I repeat, there ain't no time for games. Okay, folks can play games, but they could play games over there. We don't play games over here. So from day one, it cannot be about games. From day one, it's got to be about love. Real talk. It's got to be about love from day one. So you have to know. And here's what I mean by this, y'all, because love is reciprocal. You have to see that this person is reciprocating to you from day one. Basically, sweetie, I like you. No, hold up. Here's a go. Here's a go. Well, it could go either way, actually. Sweetie, I like you, so I know you like me. You know what I'm saying? You show that. Vice versa if it was on my end. And we just continue on with this escalation of reciprocation. That's establishing love, and that this is not going to end. From day one, we're talking, there's a certain vibe. I like you. And the fact that I'm not going to say, well, I really would like to get to know you more. No, no, no. I'm going to say, I really want to grow with you, because that's part of growing to know versus get to know. I want to grow with you. Okay. So I have this in mind, not to leave. We're not growing something for it to die. No, love never dies. We're growing something for it to always continue to grow. You said this, Mike, love is reality games. Love is reality games or fantasies. I think I kind of understand what you mean, but now, I don't know if you're relating that to love, but no, love ain't a game. Love has nothing to do with game. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. No, 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 no. My bad. My bad, Michael. Woo, woo. Record. No, you said love is reality. Games are fantasies. Yep. There you go. I got you. I appreciate. Yeah, I had to correct myself there. Make sure I didn't read what you said out of context. So, yep, you're right, Michael. You're right. Facts. You are right. Yeah. Love is. I'm gonna actually keep that up for a little bit. Love is reality. Games are for fantasies. Do we live in this fantasy right now? That's what we see. Artificial societies, aka the Matrix. People want this Matrix in regards to how they are around each other. You know what I'm saying? Love is outside that Matrix. Uh, you know, love is outside. So y'all got to think outside the box. Think outside the Matrix. Things are going to be unconventional with love, because it's not going to be what you've been assimilated to. Okay, what you're used to. Or kind of what you've been accustomed to. Okay. Love is foreign. Love is foreign, right? You got to go through customs. Forget what you're accustomed to. With love, you got to go through customs because it's foreign. Get it? So you have to think outside the box with love. When you go through customs and you jump on that first class flight to get to this place called love, you'll see that it's a different place. As you can see, with this artwork here, it's in the clouds. It's in the horizon. It's way up there. It ain't down low. It ain't down to the ground. It ain't by the bottom feeders and the low lifes. It's always shooting towards the sky in the horizon. Hey, what's good, Venom? Good to see you in the building once again, fam. But yeah, it's definitely about fantasies with the games. You're so right about that, Michael. And I think that's the problem right now. Nobody's living in reality. A lot of folk are living in fantasies, So, and the reality is that love never dies. The fantasy says love doesn't exist or it's overrated. People want to put a reset button on love. You can't do that. You just never had love. It's something that feels so alive. Like if you got cut, the fantasy part is when you think you can do certain things in regards to what you think love is, and you can get away with it without there being any pain associated with it. See, love is not pain. The pain is the fact that love was never there. Like the cut, it cuts when you realize love wasn't there. It cuts, it hurts. It does all of sorts and all of such things. So, let me continue on. Let me see. We're only 25 minutes in. So yeah, I'm going to continue to get more into the nitty gritty of what I'm trying to talk about with y'all. See, with love, it's not about compromise. It's about being complimentary. I know what it's like to love someone and they didn't want to love me back. I know what that's like. It's one of the most painful things ever. And it's one of those scars that never truly goes away. You just try your best to not think about it much. So I've tried my best to replace a lot of my bad memories with good ones. because love never dies. So you have to have good memories. And you have to know that those bad memories were just basically consisted of not love being there. What's the opposite of love? Hate. Okay. Love never dies, but hate is more or less this thing that, oh, let me just say this. Love never dies, but hate never lives. That makes sense. You know, that's the thing. 1 second, y'all. All right, I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, love never dies and hate never lives. I want y'all to think about that. Yes, I do. So here's my thing. Given that statement that was just brought up to you from yours truly, the reason why hate never lives versus love never dies is because hate, they try to conceal it under this idea of love. Like to say that love is pain and love hurts. But see, that was just a dead situation. You could never live in that situation. It was hate. It was never love there. So the fact that you feel pain is the fact that you're still alive and you're feeling something dead on you. You know? So you have to, that's actually where the pain comes from. Love never dies. Hate never lives. I'll probably have to break that one down a little bit more as time goes on, you know? But that is true. I want y'all to think about that. We do definitely have to get rid of a lot of the hate that's going on out here. Oh, I appreciate that, Lala. Yeah, I'm switching it up between the gentleman look and the background look, you know. Trying to give y'all different perspectives out here. But I'd say this too, y'all. Just continue to, once again, as I said, you just got to replace a lot of bad memories with good ones to the best of your ability. Try not to have so many flashbacks, like Kanye West said, you know, let all your pain be filled with champagne. You know, you got to sip one every now and then, but you're getting rid of the pain. You gotta replace a lot of bad memories with a lot of good memories. And the good memories will eventually outweigh the bad memories as time goes by. It's all about replacing those bad memories to the best of your ability, you know, to help repair yourself of all the hurt that you've been through. You know, a man has to more or less repair himself, but a woman has to really get around a man for that repair to take place, especially for her. But amongst a man, she also helps that man with some of the repairs that he needs, that she helps him with upon her being his helpmeet. You said, Michael, men have a soul, women have a heart. That's why we need each other to grow. And then, and in time, we find love. I hope that made sense. This goes deep. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, fam. That makes a lot of sense. But see, also, if you want to take it even further than that, she's your rib, right? When she gets attached to you. So she's actually protecting your heart, you know, because she's made to be your rib. See, the woman that's the closest to you is the one that actually protects your heart. She understands your heart, or she understands the importance of your heart being protected. Now, a chick that doesn't care about you, she's the one that's trying to stab you right in your heart. You know, men definitely have a soul. And women, to me, and I see what you mean, Michael, from your perspective, you know, if anything, just to tie right in with what you're saying, fam, women have a heart to put right there within you and also protect your heart with the rib that she's made to be, you know. But to a man that's already a man, as you can see before you right now, You know, he's already had a soul there from day one. And the heart is there with that soul from day one. You know, he has his soul and his heart intact, if that makes sense, Mike. You know, but yeah, she comes along as a rib or a part of the rib, if you will, to protect that part of his heart, to protect his heart, to protect everything that's vital about him. He doesn't share a lot of vital things with a lot of people, his secrets, his deep down things that he desires or his wants, his needs, if you will. He doesn't share that with people that aren't that attached to him, like a rib is. Okay. So that's where the love is. Ladies, that's where the love is in regards to the help me, in regards to you just being his attachment, a loyal attachment, a faithful attachment, a strong attachment, you being a strong woman. That's how you be a strong woman, ladies. Be a strong rib for him. You protect him. Yes, a rib protects the heart. Ladies, protect his heart. If you love him, you protect his heart. You protect that vulnerable side of him. And thus he protects you in regards to not putting too much on you. The rib is very strong and it's very powerful, but we also know that you can break ribs too, right? So you don't do things, you don't put yourself in situations where you can break those ribs. Okay. I'm definitely not trying to break my ribs. I'm not trying to break you, sweetie. I'm not trying to put you in situations that could mean the rib can be broken. You as my rib can be broken. You said Brown do life. A narcissistic society we live in with no love. SMH. That's it. Bingo. See, love doesn't live in a narcissistic society, but hate does. In that society, hate never dies and love never lives. Versus me saying that love never dies and hate never lives. You see? Good point, Brown dude. Yes, good point. Good point, Brown dude. Let me see this here. Hopefully I didn't break up too much for y'all. I know sometimes the signal can be a certain way. But let me do this here. I know I sound probably good to y'all. I appreciate that. Let me change my connection here so I don't break up on y'all. Give me a second here. All right, I'm back. I don't know what just happened. Oh my goodness, I just lost. Yeah, the connection kind of went out for a second. I see. I knew something was happening, so I was like, "Let me go ahead and do something about it." And boom, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw that. You said, "Venom, power outages and net connection gone since the 3rd." Really? I'm sorry to hear that, fam. Hopefully everything gonna work out in your area, man. Yeah, it's very covered much in snow, Venom. It's crazy. Yeah, they were talking about that dark winter, right? Hey, what's good, Absalom? What's good, fam? Good to see you back up in the building. Oh yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you, John. Good to see you, fam. Good to see you too. Let me see. You said brown dude. The other Ray J. Much of the mental sphere is narcissistic in nature, especially when it comes to the definition of alpha in the space. Yeah, I don't even think about that term alpha that much no more because most people don't understand what it really means. You know, I let that be for them. You know what I mean? That's their world. That's not our world over here. You know what I mean? But that's a good point. That's definitely a good point, brown dude. Yeah, buddy. You said, John, This weather manipulation crazy. Out here in New York City today was warm, like spring weather. Wow. Yeah, I can only imagine that, especially in New York. Around this time, it usually be them what? Them nor'easters, like they call it. Yeah, man. You said Brown do life at the other you said Brown do life. I hear that these rolling blackouts are planned too. Yeah. Who knows, man? Um Now we're gonna continue on here. Let me see something where but yeah, love is to me, love is not about compromise. It's about being complementary, you know, um, complement each other, to the best of our ability. When one has to compromise something, that means that there's a shortage of something. There's a shortage of that connection. Kind of like these blackouts we're talking about right now, with this power outage, you know, when you have that, you got to make compromises in order for things to continue to work, right? So that's kind of what y'all get. Like when you in these relationships, like you know what I'm saying? When you're in these relationships, if you will, you'll hear somebody say, well, we need to compromise in order for this thing to work. When you have someone talking like that, that means that they're short on their end in regards to y'all's connection. And that's someone that probably didn't love you from day one. Because love is about being complimentary, that reciprocation. They didn't have what it takes on their end to really reciprocate to you the way that they should. You said, John, can love be about freedom too? Love is freedom. Love is definitely freedom, fam. Yeah, it's definitely freedom. You know, now in regards to what freedom is, that's to one's discretion what your definition of freedom is, or what you have established among someone that you are doing loving things with. But yeah, love is definitely about freedom. Definitely. It's not about slavery. It's not about being bound to somebody. You're around somebody based on choice. You're not around somebody based on being subdued or anything like that. You got some guys who have no regard for the feminine gender. They just see her as his property, nothing more. That's not love to me. That's not love. I see her as a living organism, just like I am. I don't just see her as property. Actually, I didn't mean to say it that way. I don't see her as property. When I say that she's my rib, I don't say that in a sense of possession or ownership. I say that in a sense of her being an attachment to me as a rib. She's literally like a part of me, you know? And it takes, a special person, if you will, to be a part of someone, you know? And I think that we just need to know who these special people are and just avoid the ones who aren't, avoid the people who really are like bad attachments to you, because love never dies. So a person is dying off on you. They are a disease to you. You avoid those who are diseases. You avoid those who are parasitic. You avoid those who are painful and stressful to deal with. It's not about stress. Stress leads to death, right? Stress leads to high blood pressure. Stress leads to heart attacks. Stress leads to strokes. Don't be around someone that is stressful. Love is not stress. Love is a calm breeze on a very nice day. Even if it's a hot day, even if it's a cold day, love is a gentle breeze. On a hot day, that love is a cool breeze. On a cold day, that love is a warm breeze. There's nothing stressful about love. Everything we want in love, that's probably what love is. Everything we need in love, that's probably what love is. But what we try to fabricate about love, that's not what love is. And you have a lot of people fabricating a lot of things instead of just being honest and wholehearted, about really what love should be. Like I said, when you making love complimentary versus compromise, that means that you two are both reciprocating things, because you think with the heart, love, dove, boom, 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 boom. Love, dove, love, dove, love, dove. That heart has to have uh, a reciprocating effect to it in order for it to continue to beat. Once that reciprocation stops, guess what? Flatline, you know? So keep that in mind. That's how love is supposed to be. It's supposed to be complementary, not compromise. You know, last time I checked, and this is no disrespect, when the heart gets compromised, you got to replace it with a pacemaker. Now it becomes even more artificial than it should have been. But that goes back to what people's fantasies are versus what reality is. By the way, I didn't know that with pacemakers. I think most of them have to stay away from cell phones or radio or electromagnetic places, I think, because that can stop the pacemaker. I didn't know that about a pacemaker. It's crazy, right? But here's the other thing, and I want y'all to think about it. Love spelled backwards is EVOL, like evolve, evolution, not EVIL, like evil. No, love is not about being evil. Some people might say that out here in these spaces. No, love is about evolution, the escalation of the reciprocation, the evolution of the reciprocation. When you two start to pretty much talk like telepathic amongst each other, there's things that you can explain without needing to explain. There are less words. There's just more or less like, you read my mind. How did you know I wanted that? How did you know I was thinking that? That's because the love that you had for each other evolved to where now you could literally almost read each other's mind. That's a great thing when you two get to that point. Now, just imagine somebody that's trying to read your mind in a bad way. Like they say they know you. I know you well. What, you know me well to basically try to break my heart? You know me well to try to bring upon me all the hell that you think you could bring upon me in this life, yet you say you love me? No, you didn't love me. That's not love. I'm not going for that. You don't just say that you loved somebody like past tense. No, you either love somebody or you don't. In my opinion, love never dies. If love died, love was never there. Because to me, love is strong enough to survive anywhere. You could put it in the Antarctica, it will survive. You could put it in the core of the sun, it will survive. You can have it be blown up by an atomic bomb, it will survive. That's how strong love is. No greater love than this, than a man lay down his life for his friend. Like, love makes you want to give your life for somebody, because in essence, you died so that the love could continue to live. Like, there's a lot of things that goes with love, but see, it's sad when you died so that love could continue to live, but it's around somebody that didn't love you, so that love will die right there in its tracks. See, think about that. Love never dies, but hate never lives. You said la la. What do you think about long distance love? I think it's great, because that's also part of love too, being the evolution. You can evolve from long distance to shorter distance, or evolve the long distance aspect of love. You know, you can make it to where it's always an erotic thing amongst each other. Whenever you two run into each other again, you have time to miss each other. Nobody knows how to miss each other anymore. That's the problem. We will set times. We will make it a priority to have time for each other. You know, when you love somebody, you put them on your schedule. You make time for them. When you don't love somebody like that, you're not going to make time for them. No more than you'll make time to talk to them on the phone. No more than you'll make time to send a quick text message saying, hi, how are you doing? Or good morning. Or I hope you got some sleep, or sweet dreams. See, when you love somebody, you do a little bit more than what you would do for somebody that you don't really love. Because love is a verb. Love is not a word, you know. So a lot of people can say they love you, but if they haven't shown you how much they love you, they didn't love you. Simple as that. Love is definitely an evolution. Love has nothing to do with evil. Love, in the essence of being an evolution, if you think of evolution, it's about making something out of nothing. Ain't that what the Big Bang Theory was all about? Making something out of nothing. Well, you two got together. Bang. Now you make something out of nothing. It was no longer a theory, you know. Out of it, you two sparked something. Out of you two, this light showed up. Let there be light. And love is representative of the light, and hate is representative of the dark. So keep that in mind. Either you are light with this or you are of the dark with this. So there you go. Boom. You see that love just showed up right in front of you. You see that? That's how love's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be amongst you two. See how gorgeous that is? Now just imagine a dark overcast. That won't look like a good picture, would it? Would it? But that's what we do most of the times. And we're trying to, in the middle of that dark, trying to find a flickering mattress. I mean, I said a flickering match. I don't know why I said that. Trying to find a flickering match, not mattress, match. But some people be trying to find a mattress too. Hey, ain't that the way it goes in the sense of lust? People look for the mattress instead of matches. I don't know about you, but if it's too dark in the bedroom, I'm actually trying to see my way through the bedroom. I don't want to trip over any part of the mattress that might have like a tough bedpost. And then now I broke my toe. You see, I'm just messing with y'all. But hold up. You said it's John. Think about if stress can kill you. To think about if stress can kill you, that's a vibration. So imagine what the vibration of love can do to you. Exactly, man. Love makes you strong, man. Especially when you're around somebody that loves you and reciprocates that. As a, giving that love is a great vibration. It's actually going to make you stronger. How many fathers experience this when they know they are around a woman in their life who represents, like, who's loyal to him, faithful to him, has his kids, the kids love him? That's just going to make them stronger. Ladies, that's going to make you stronger to know that a man loves you. That's going to make you more confident. It's going to make you more humble. Now, all these chicks out there that thinking they can brag about having a dude being all booed up. Being booed up ain't love. I don't care what nobody say. Being booed up is not love. I say this: boo, thumbs down, Apollo. That's what that is about being booed up. That ain't love. She just showing off what she thinks she can get. And out of it was not love. I tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? There was no evolution with that situation. It was a dumb down. It was not an evolve. It was a devolve, if that makes sense to y'all. That's what took place, So it's definitely about making something out of nothing. Nothing is impossible when the love is there, and when you true care and you two understand the potential. Nothing is impossible. Making something out of nothing. So what? Maybe we didn't start off with this idea that we were going to love each other, but I want to. Do you want to? Let me know though. Keep it real. Keep it a buck with me. So what? You're apples and I'm oranges. We can make fruit punch. The last time I checked. So now what? There's no excuse. There's no excuse at all. 1 second, y'all. Now, here's the other kicker I want y'all to think about as we go forth with this. We 50 minutes into the live stream, and here's my thing I want y'all to think about also, because I'll try to keep this one under an hour, or around an hour, if you will. We'll see. Excuse me. If love was easy, everyone would be loving, but not everyone is loving. Why? Because they know that love is not easy. There's things you got to do. Evolution. It ain't easy. None of this is easy. But it's worth it. It's worth it. That's the thing. It's worth it. The things that are worth it, you got to put some work in. The reciprocation, the time it takes, the time that you have to put into it. A lot of people be like, don't give a female your non-sexual attention. Hey, when there's love there, there's nothing wrong with non-sexual. When there's love there, you have to know if love is there or not. That's the problem. Don't, and I get it. You don't want to give a chick your non-sexual attention. Don't give her your sexual attention either. There you go. No excuse. If there ain't love there, Don't give her your non-sexual nor your sexual attention. There has to be love there. Meaning, is she reciprocating the same feelings back to you that you've put upon her? The same knowledge, the same light, the same interest, the same intrigue. Is she's putting that back on you? You know, it's not about equality. It's about reciprocation because it's based on the initiation of what the man has put in that situation with the heartbeat. Boom. But a lot of it is also based on what she has introduced to the situation. What was that? The fact that she was attracted to you in the first place and she came your way. You didn't even have to approach her. Yeah, you didn't have to approach her. She approached you. You know what I'm saying? She sparked that. She started that spark. Okay, boom. Then you just reciprocated that back to her like, oh, she likes me. Okay, I'm feeling her. Okay, hey, what's up, ma? You know, go from there, right? But then a few days later, after y'all exchange numbers, you know, you reciprocate. You started off. You know, you hit her up. Hey, what's good? Boom. She reciprocates that back. Hey, babe, how are you? I was thinking about you. Hope you've been doing good. You see how that goes? That's love. That's a love conversation right there. If it ain't like that, y'all, it ain't love. Ladies and gentlemen, if what I just said, if that's not taking place, that's not love. You know? And of course, a few days later, it's just a figure of speech. It could be a few minutes later that y'all can get back in touch with each other after meeting up and exchanging numbers. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't let it be like to where many months go by, many days go by to where y'all don't really speak that much until, you know, I was just thinking about you a few months later and now I want to see how you're doing. No, there was not love in that situation at that point. Because why? How long does it take for the heart to beat in that reciprocation mode? Doom, 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 doom. Sounds pretty fast, don't it? It actually it bounces back pretty fast, don't it? It doesn't do a doom, doom, doom. You know, by the time it does that, you're dead. Simple as that. The heart don't do that. The heart, doom, doom. It bounces back real quick. Y'all got to have that bounce back, which y'all love. Love bounces back, right? Oh man, that's another thing to think about right there. Not just the fact that love bounces back given the reciprocation, love bounces back given the complications, given that, you know, there may have been a situation that came up and it caused y'all to sort of have some strife, some wrath, some riffraff, if you will. No, we ain't gonna stay mad. Okay. No, look, we'll get through this. I'm mad at you. I'm not even mad at you, baby. I'm not even mad at you. I'm just mad at the situation. I'm not mad at you though. See, that's a reciprocation right there. You don't stay mad at each other when there's love in the situation. You don't, you know, and I'm only like this with someone that I love and with someone that loves me. She's only like that with me. We don't stay mad. We gonna chill out. We gonna be good. We ain't about making up. We make it better. You see, that's love. That's real love. Love never dies and hate never lives. Okay. Now, um, but see, it goes back to kind of, you know, it's funny because like when we think about love and evil, um, evil, you spell that backwards, you get live. Live your best life. Your best life is evil. So you got a lot of folk who'd rather live their best life instead of love. You know, I don't even care about living my best life. I just want to love life. See how that goes? You see how that goes? You just want to love life, not live your best life because there's evil involved in that statement. Boom. Get that? There's evil involved with that statement of live your best life, given that live spelled backwards is evil. See? Love is not about feeling good, it's about being good. What we think is love really is infatuation or lust. A lot of times we get these bubbly feelings within us, and we think it's love, but it's really infatuation. Love is not a feeling. Once again, love is a verb. It's not a word, and love is not a feeling. It's an action. Now you have feelings based on those actions. I don't know about y'all, but I want to feel good based on good actions. Okay, that's where my feeling comes from. My feeling comes from the love somebody has showed me. Love is about being good, not feeling good. Okay. My feeling is for the fact that we good and we're doing good for each other. That's the love right there. That's the feeling I want to have. Anything other than that is an infatuation. And it's lust. And there's no love. Now you got folk talking about, well, it's good to have lust. I mean, there's a certain lust that you can have, but it should be in the midst of love. It should not be outside of love. So that's the problem. And some people have replaced lust for love. Well, it's not going to always be about lust in some situations. There's a lot of things I would love to bring up in regards to just I could bring up some biblical aspects, but I'm not trying to hit y'all over the head with the Bible and all that right now. But I will say that one of the things about love is that it's long suffering and that love is patient, as it's written. Long suffering. So it means it's about going through things. And we're gonna make it through. We ain't gonna give up. Because the heart doesn't give up. When the heart gives up, guess what? You're dead. You're dead. Okay? So love is long suffering, just like your heart is long suffering every single second. And there's not one of us that can live any second the heart stops. Think of your love just like your heart and be thankful of the love, just like you're thankful about your heart beating right now. You have to be that way. And if a person in your life is not showing that same amount of gratitude, they never loved you. They have to show that type of love for you every single second of the day. Because if there was a life or death situation and they had to get a reality check, guess what? They'll be trying to love every single second, regretting the days that they never did. Yes, they will regret the days that they never loved like that. So no, we're going to really put love in the proper perspective. Most definitely. Oh, yeah, you already know Brown Do Life for sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll be done with this live stream in a few, man. Check the replay out if you need to, though, for sure, man. Let me see. But yeah, don't gamble with love, y'all. Don't do that. Because there's no guarantee you'll see that person once again once you let them go. Don't do that. When you think you want to cut a person off and you don't want to talk to them no more. Hey, when y'all got love there, don't do that. Okay, there was a misunderstanding. But I'd say this. I'll take it a step further. Avoid the misunderstandings. You have to. You have to avoid the misunderstandings. Okay? Now, I know there's slight misunderstandings, but that just means that one doesn't fully understand what love is. When you understand what love is, you don't have misunderstandings. I believe that because you start to really get to the point of one thing and one thing only, as it's written. You lean not to your own understanding. You lean not to your own understanding. And all you're getting, get understanding, but lean not to your own understanding. Okay? So you think outside the box, you think outside the norm. That's why I believe in my inverted perspective. This is not based on my understanding. This is based on other things that I must come to understand. Why do you think I speak so fluently about the feminine gender? These are things that these are things that I have come to understand versus me wanting to feel like none of them can be loved, like she can't be loved, like with the way the world's going, this society is going, and with what people say about the way a lot of these women and females are out here, you can't love them. I had to have an inverted perspective about the whole matter because that's what love is. You have to think outside the box. Love is not shaped like a box. Love is shaped like that heart. You see? You can't put a square or a rectangle around a heart. It won't fit. And that's the beauty of love because it's truly outside the box and it's not fully inside the box. That's the other thing. It's not fully inside the box either. Okay. But yeah, try not to let people go. You'll never know if that person will come back. Now, if the person never comes back, they never loved you. However, things can be lost in translation, if you will. Like if you let a person go, but now that person thinks that you never loved them. So why should they come back? See, that's why you got to be careful when you love somebody. It should never die. because love never dies. Remember, when you love somebody, you're not trying to let them go like that. Okay. And you have to establish that from day one. It's not one of these things where you get to know somebody and then all of a sudden you love them. So now you want to be with them. No, 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 no. From day one, I got a lot of love I want to give you. And I want to grow. And I want us to grow. I want you to grow. I want me to grow. We grow together. Okay. And we're going to continue to do this thing. It's a very direct approach in regards to love, you know? Now, see, people be having these second thoughts as time goes by, you know, and indeed time goes by. We waste a lot of our lives wasting good opportunities, or pretty much we waste a lot of our time and waste a lot of our lives killing love. You killed it. Okay. Love never dies, but you killed it. You killed love. But see, it goes back to this idea. Since I said love never dies, what took place then? Love was never there. You know, you found a way to try to kill it. It didn't really die on its own. It got killed. You see, it doesn't die on its own, if that makes sense. Okay. So I mean, someone definitely wasn't loving in that situation if somehow things get killed in regards to love. Okay. Don't force love either, because love is a force. Love is a force itself. You know, some people just deny its force. That's all it is, especially in regards to unconditional love. But for me, love is unconditional. Okay. You can't even right your wrongs with certain people if you probably didn't do anything wrong. You know, you want to make things right, but the whole time they'll just keep talking about how you did wrong and how they were always right. You know, a lot of times, and I think where I'm getting at with this is you'll try to apologize for things that you didn't even do with a person just to make things right. That's not love. You didn't need to do that. Okay. That person just didn't love you. You shouldn't have to feel like you have to apologize for things that you didn't even do. But a person will gaslight you so much to the point of where you feel like you have to apologize for things that you didn't even do. See, I'm all about just putting things in proper perspective. I'm not even about blaming somebody, let alone would I want somebody to blame me for anything. You get all these fingers pointing instead of, you know, biting each other's fingers in the midst of passionate love. You know, I want her to bite my fingers. I want to bite her fingers in passionate love, not point fingers at each other. You know, that's what's missing right now. But yeah, you should never get to the point of where you have to apologize for things that you didn't even do wrong. But with that said, let's talk about apology. As y'all probably have heard before, the best apology is change behavior. That's the best apology. So if that person haven't, if that person has not changed their behavior, guess what? They're not truly apologetic. They don't mean what they say. They're not sorry, and they don't feel sorry for you. They do not. Mm-mm. But yeah, as I said earlier, love is not a game, nor is it a game of getting said in that song. You can't hurry love. You know, it's not about give and take. It's about giving and receiving, that reciprocation. That's what it's all about. And there's a few more things I could talk about. If y'all got any questions, feel free to put that in the chat for sure. Now, I also feel like when you have mirroring and love bombing in the beginning, that's not love either. Like someone love bombs you, you know. People are two-faced like that. I think the way it works is that, you know, with this idea of growing to love, there needs to be communicated that there's some growth that can happen here. And one sees that potential, but I believe it's on that esoteric level, that spiritual level. You two just both know that there's potential of growth here. You have to avoid someone that's two-faced, trying to love bomb you, acting like they love you, but they don't. You have to avoid the actors. You have to detect the actors. And I think that just comes from you keeping it 100. You know, what I mean by this is just letting them know that you're about love, not games. You got to avoid someone that's two-faced. You got to avoid the pathological liar because they're basically a malignant narcissist. You have to avoid that type of person. They are always trying to sabotage any idea of love because they've never been successful at it. So they have to make you feel like a failure. Hey, what's good, Sean? First time I've seen you in the building, fam. You said true. Actions speak. Yep, that's it. You know, the actions speak. Love speaks because love is an action. You see, love speaks for itself. Your actions speak for itself. You see, now I used to say if a person leaves you, let me see. I'm thinking that oh yeah. I used to say that if a person leaves you, they never had love for you. Scratch that. A person never wanted to love you. They falsified loving somebody. That's my opinion. Because love never dies. You know? And even though I say hate never lives, hate is living, but hate is like the undead. I mean, hate is like the zombie effect, if you will. Like you can't kill what's already dead. That's what hate is. So it looks like it's alive, but it's not really alive. It's just a zombie walking. That's what you see. You see a lot of love zombies, a lot of zombified relationships. We see this. We see the walking dead amongst us. You get in a relationship with somebody, you feel like you're amongst the walking dead. You feel death. You don't feel life around that person. You don't feel love. You feel evil around that person. Yeah, love truly never dies. What you often have is a dead person trying to appear alive with you. I don't believe in love at first sight, though, because it goes back to what I said. Love is a verb, it's an action. Now, what happens first sight, you see that person. What happens within you is growth. That's what happens at first sight. You can grow. Someone can grow on you at first sight, kind of like them Jordans, right? Them Jordans grew on you. Well, I can't say, you know, some Jordans would grow on you on first sight, but you know, that's how I used to be back in the day when you used to get them Jordans and they had them different designs. You'd be like, oh yeah, they growing on me, you know. But that's what really happens at first sight. It's not really love at first sight. It's growth at first sight. Someone grew on you. You know, ladies, you see a guy and you're like, wow, you like his demeanor. You see that he's handsome, like the guy that you see on the screen right now, you know, and his whole aura, his voice, everything about him, you know, that growth took place at first sight. Now, love can happen after that growth take place upon that first sight. Why? Why does that happen? Because you'll do an action of love, if you will. So it could be from the standpoint of, you know, not just necessarily complimenting him, but you'll try to, you know, just try to have a good conversation, see how his day went, you know, just try to have time for him. Literally, you got time to talk to him. You want to spend some time with him. You want to see if you can spend some time with him later. So that's what happens at first sight. You see, that's what happens at first sight. You know, love took place after the first sight. Love doesn't hurt. Love does not have an evil side to it. You know, love does not die. Hopefully this live made sense to some. Maybe this live did not make sense to others. But to the others that this live made sense to, feel free to hit that like button, especially those listening to this on the replay. If this is your first time coming to this channel and you like my content, whether it's my uploads or my live streams, just know that there's more in store. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, share this live, and as well as my other content that you can check out in my playlist section or my video section, depending. Make sure you hit that notification bell so that you get all of my uploads in real time. You ever want to reach me, just go into the description section of this live stream for those listening to this on the replay, or just go in my about section. You'll see my email. If you ever want to tip yours truly, that's also within the description section of this live stream or my other videos that you check out. And just know that it's only going to get better from here, y'all. No matter what it looks like, there's still love out there, and love shall resonate even more, you know. And I'll just leave y'all with this to look at for a few seconds here. Well, maybe a minute or two. But yeah, it's only going to get better from here, because that's what it's about to look like sooner than you think. No matter what it looks like out there, there shall be a nice sun to look at through these cloudy skies that are going to dissipate. And that even is so with love. If it's been cloudy for you lately, it's going to get sunny, especially in regards to love. Okay. Now, also in the description section or other channels that I have at this that I have on YouTube, you'll also see other channels and other platforms that I'm on. Make sure that you check out my other platforms, subscribe to them, check me out on Instagram. You know, I just basically travel. You know, you can check me out, check out my lifestyle, things like that. But much love to y'all. Thanks for stopping by. I definitely got more live streams on the way, so stay tuned for that, as well as my other content in regards to videos that I'm gonna upload here very soon. Little quick little videos. But this live stream is one where I want y'all to really think about the fact that everything you've been taught about love was a lie. Everything you ever been taught about love was a lie. If it doesn't have anything to do with love living, and it has everything to do with love dying or pain, or the fact that love ended or love stopped, or I couldn't love them no more, there wasn't love there. Now, I can understand if you said that I can't love them no more, if you were the one that was loving, but you realized that person didn't reciprocate that back to you. It's not that you really left that situation, they left you. That's different. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those that claim they had love and they just stopped wanting to give the love or give the love back per se. That person right there never loved you. You don't put an off switch to love. You don't do that. You don't. But until next time, y'all, signing out. Thanks for stopping by, and much love.